Hello friends, today we will solve two problems of bars in parallel. So let's start with it. Now the problem is a reinforced concrete column of size 230 mm into 400 mm has its steel bars of 12 mm diameter as shown in figure. If the columns are subjected to an axial compression of 600 kN, find the stresses developed in steel and concrete. So the problem is a concrete pillar is there and it has been applied with a load of 600 kilonewton. So this is the problem. Now if we try to see its cross section will be something like this. Okay, so as per the problem, what is the given data? Given data is the cross section area is given to you, that is 230 into 400 mm, and from the figure we can say the number of steel bars is 9. Okay, so first of all, from the given data we will try to calculate the cross section area of steel and cross section area of concrete. To do so, we should know the cross section area of pillar. Now if we try to calculate the cross section area of pillar, it will be 230 into 400 mm square. What will be the cross section area of concrete? So cross section area of concrete will be total cross section area of pillar minus the cross section area of steel rod. How much will be the cross section area of steel rod? It will be 9 into pi by 4 into, as the diameter is given, we will assume those steel rod as a circular one. So the cross section area will be pi by 4 into 12 square. Is it okay? What will be area of steel then? Area of steel will be 9 into pi by 4 into 12 square. So if we try to solve this problem, we will get area of concrete and area of steel. So this will be the cross section area of steel. So the cross section area of steel should be 1017.87 mm square. What about area of concrete? It will be 90982.12 mm square. Okay. So this will be the data we will try to calculate from the given data. Okay. Now as we have discussed earlier, whenever there is a problem of bars in parallel, the first thing that we have to do is to apply the equilibrium equation. What this equilibrium equation will say? The total load, the total load on the pillar will be equal to, or it is getting distributed on load on steel rod plus load on concrete. Now load on steel rod can be written as stress on steel rod into area of cross section area of steel rod. What about concrete? Stress on concrete into cross section area of concrete. So this will be our first equation. We have already calculated the cross section area. So we will substitute this cross section area, and the total load is given as 600 kilonewton. By taking it into account, the total load will be 600 into 10 to the power 3 Newton. Whenever we are solving a problem, we will always convert our units to Newton and mm. Sigma steel we have to calculate. What about area of steel? We have already calculated how much it is, 1017.87 mm square, plus what about sigma concrete? 8 to calculate. What about area of concrete? It is 90982.12 mm square. Is it okay? So this will be our first equation. Now let's go for another equation. Now whenever we are trying to talk about this concrete pillar, the length of steel bar will be equal to length of concrete bar. So can I say change in length we will assume same for steel and that will be equal to concrete. ठीक है. Now in this case length of steel bar will be equal to length of concrete structure. So if they are same, can I say strain in steel bar will be equal to strain in concrete bar? If strain in steel bar is equal to strain in concrete bar, it can be written as stress of steel bar upon Young modulus of steel bar will be equal to strain on concrete bar will be equal to upon strain on concrete bar. So this will be our second equation. Now E steel, is it given? Yeah. So E steel and E concrete is given in terms of modular ratio. So modular ratio in this case is E steel upon E concrete will be equal to 18.67. So we will arrange these terms and try to calculate sigma steel upon sigma concrete, and in this case it will be equal to 18.67. So this will be our second equation. So this will be our second equation. By solving A and B, A and B, there are two unknowns. One is sigma steel and second one is sigma concrete, and we are getting two equations. So solving A and B or substituting B equation to the A equation, we will get sigma steel as 101.85 Newton per mm square and sigma concrete as 5.455 Newton per mm square. Now whenever there is a problem of bars in parallel, every time try to apply these two equations, and by applying these two equations try to get to know or try to find out the stresses which are there in individual bars. Once we get to know the stress value, then as per the difficulty of the problem we have to mold our model. Okay, model of problems. So this is it. This is our first problem. We have completed this problem. If you have any doubt, please put your doubts in the chat box. Okay, now let's start with the second problem. Now this second problem is slightly different. This problem is consisting of three pillars. Out of these three pillars, two are of aluminium, one is of steel, and they are attached to the rigid platform, and it is supporting the load of 200 kilonewton as shown in the figure. If the area of each aluminium pillar, what is the given data? Area of aluminium pillar, how much it is? Cross section area of aluminium pillar is given, that is 1000 mm square. Cross section area of steel pillar is also given to you, and that is equal to 800 mm square. So there is no need to calculate the cross section area of aluminium and steel, it is already given. And if we try to see the figure, in this figure the length of aluminium bar is not equal to length of steel bar, and there are two aluminium bars and one steel bar. So all this data is given to you. Further, it has been mentioned that E of aluminium is equal to 1 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per mm square. What about E of steel? Is it given? Yeah, it is given, and it is 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per mm square. So all this data is given to you, given to us, and it has been asked what will be the additional load P can you take if working here it should not be station, it should be stress. So working stress is 65 Newton per mm square for aluminium and 150 Newton per mm square for steel. So the maximum stress carrying capacity for aluminium and steel is given to us. Before heading to this problem, we will divide this problem into two cases. First, with a load of 200 kilonewton capacity, and second case will be for additional load. So first part will be as same first part will be same as that of our first problem. So we will solve it first and then we will head towards second part of this problem. Now in this case, if we are taking, forget about this P part, that we will take later. Now only 200 kilonewton load is there, and this 200 kilonewton load is the total load which is applied to the structure. Okay, the total load will be 200 kilonewton. Now it is supported by two aluminum bars and one steel bar. So there are two bars. So P on aluminum first bar, P on aluminum of second bar, plus load on steel bar. Now in this problem statement, in the figure itself or in the problem itself, the cross section area is same for aluminum bar. So can I say the load of aluminum first bar will be equal to load on aluminum second bar? From the figure itself we can say, because their lengths are same, so the load on first bar will be equal to load on second bar. So this equation will become load on aluminum 2 times the load on aluminum plus load on steel bar. Now as we have done earlier, the load on aluminum can be written as stress on aluminum into area of aluminum plus stress on steel into area of steel. So this will be my first equation, which says that the total load onto the structure will be equal to 2 times the load on aluminum plus load on steel, and we have done the substitution to get this equation. So this will be my first equation. Okay, so this will be my first equation. Okay, now second part for this problem. Now see, the length of aluminum bar is not equal to length of steel bar, but we will assume that the deformation in this case is same, means deformation in aluminum will be equal to deformation in steel bar. Now deformation is same, means PL by A of aluminum bar will be equal to PL by A of steel bar. Now this equation can be written as sigma of aluminum bar into length of aluminum bar upon E of aluminum bar will be equal to sigma of steel bar into length of steel bar upon E of steel bar. Now length is not same, that's why we are using part B's case 2. Okay, from the previous video. Okay, so now here length of aluminum is equal to 1000 mm square, or how much it is it given? Sorry, it is given as length of aluminum is equal to 200 mm, whereas length of steel equal to 250 mm. By substituting these values, we will end up with sigma steel equal to 1.6 times sigma aluminum. So this will be my second equation. Okay, so how I will get this equation? I will substitute the length for aluminum, length for steel, E for aluminum and E for steel. How much is the E for aluminum? It is given as 1 into 10 to the power 5. What about E for steel? It is 2 into 10 to the power 5. Okay, it is already given in the problem statement. Now by solving A and B, see, we will substitute sigma steel equal to 1.6 sigma aluminum into A equation, and by substituting it and by substituting the total load as 200 kilonewton, 200 into 10 to the power 3. Another thing that we will substitute is area of aluminum, cross section area of aluminum. How much it is? Cross section area of aluminum is 1000 mm square. What about cross section area of steel? It is 800 mm square. It is already given in the problem statement. By substituting these values for with also B equation into A equation, we will end up with sigma aluminium equal to 60.97 mm square Newton per mm square, and sigma steel equal to 97.56 Newton per mm square. So this will be the answer of our first case. So again we will go by our model procedure. We will try to form two equations and we will try to find out the stresses in the parallel bars. So this thing is very important. Now this part was very simple. Now let's try to go for the second part of the problem. We have to calculate the additional load it can take without failure. Now to calculate this additional load, things which has been mentioned is the working stress or the limiting stress for aluminium. The limiting stress value for aluminium is mentioned as 65 Newton per mm square. For steel, it has been mentioned as 150 Newton per mm square. So these are working stress values which has been mentioned in the problem itself. Now as per our answer, if we are applying 200 kilonewton of load, if 200 kilonewton of load is applied, how much is the stress on steel bar and aluminum bar? Stress on aluminum bar will be equal to 60.97 Newton per mm square, and stress on steel bar will be equal to 97.56 Newton per mm square. So this is for 200 kilonewton of load. This is for 200 kilonewton of load. Is it okay? So now we are supposed to calculate how much additional load it can take if the limiting value of stress is 650 and 150 Newton per mm square respective for steel and aluminum and steel. Okay, so see how much we can extend the stress of aluminum up to 65 Newton per mm square. Right now it is 60.97. How much we can extend for steel? Right now it is 97. We can extend it up to 150 mm. So we will try to solve it by both the cases because it is our first problem. So we will try to solve it by both the cases. Okay, so case 1, instead of sigma steel equal to 97.56 Newton per mm square, if it is 150 Newton per mm square, what will happen? See, we know the relationship between sigma aluminum and sigma steel. So the relationship between sigma steel and sigma aluminum is 1.6 times of sigma aluminum. So by using this condition, what we will do? Instead of 97.56 Newton per mm square, if the stress in steel is 150 Newton per mm square, so stress in steel will be 150 Newton per mm square. So that time by using this B equation, what will be the stress in aluminum? Stress in aluminum will be 150 divided by 1.6. So the sigma aluminum will be equal to 93.75 Newton per mm square. Now what is the limiting value for the aluminum? It is 65 Newton per mm square. The stress in aluminum should not exceed 65 Newton per mm square. But if we are taking steel load as or steel stress as 150 Newton per mm square, the stress on aluminum will be 93.75, which is more than 65 Newton per mm square. So this case will not be acceptable. Now we will go for the second case. So in case 2, what we will assume? We will assume sigma aluminum as 65 Newton per mm square instead of 60.97 Newton per mm square. So if we are assuming 65 Newton per mm square, again we will use this B relation. Sigma steel will be equal to 1.6 times sigma aluminum to calculate the stress in steel. Sigma steel we have assumed as, sigma aluminum we have assumed as 65 Newton per mm square. So sigma steel will be equal to 1.6 times of 65 Newton per mm square, and which will be equal to 104 Newton per mm square. Now this 65, again it is within the range, whereas sigma steel, which is 104 Newton per mm square, which is less than 150 Newton per mm square. If it is less than 150 Newton per mm square, means this value will be acceptable to us, as well as this value will be acceptable to us. Means only this case 2 will be acceptable to us. It means the maximum stress the steel and aluminum can carry will be equal to, sigma aluminum will be equal to 65 Newton per mm square, sigma steel will be equal to 104 Newton per mm square. So these will be the values that will be the maximum stress value in this problem. Now we are supposed to calculate the maximum load these 3 bar combinations can be or can sustain. Okay, to calculate it, again we will go to our A equation. What is our A equation? The total load, this will be our A equation. The total load will be equal to, 2 times load on aluminum plus load on steel. Now this load on aluminum can be written as sigma aluminum into area of aluminum plus P steel can be written as load on steel bar into area of steel bar. 2 will remain as it is. So the total load that we will try to calculate. So sigma steel we have already calculated, that is 65 Newton per mm square. The cross section area for aluminum is, how much it is? It is 1000 mm square. So it will be 1000. Sigma steel will be 104 into 800. Okay, so if we try to calculate this thing, we will get the total load which can be applied to this combination. So the total load should be equal to 213,200 Newton. So this will be 213.2 kilonewton. So if we take the maximum stress, we can apply the load up to, we can apply the load up to 213 kilonewton. Now in first case itself we have already applied 200 kilonewton. So how much will be the additional load? Additional load will be total load, P total minus the given load, already given load. How much is the already given load? That is 200 kilonewton. So the additional load will be 213.2 minus 200, so it will be 13.2 kilonewton. So additional load P will be 13.2 kilonewton. So answer for this second part, answer P will be equal to 213 it will be equal to 13.2 kilonewton. So this will be the answer for this problem.